Welcome to our Act Setup video, and in this video I'm going to show you how to set up an Act so that you can publish it on Book Entertainment. So from your dashboard, just head on over to the Act section. In this example I already have an Act on here, so I'm going to add a new one. So to add your Act, you just click on Add New. And this will show you this big long list of options that you can put in to add your Act into Book Entertainment. At the bottom you'll see a Create button, and that will turn to a Save button once you've saved it for the first time. And I suggest as you go along, just hit the Save button every once in a while just to make sure that it saves everything and you're not going back just in case anything happens. So first of all, we have the form for your Act name. So this is where you add in the name of your Act. So for this example, it's going to be DJ Keith. So now we're going to do our short description, and this is a little snippet of text just to help sell you to the customer. So for this one, I'm going to put in DJ Keith. Available to play at weddings and throughout. That's not a very good short description, but it's just for an example. The next box you will see, we've got location, categories and event types. So first of all, pick a town that's near you. If your town's not on it, try and find the nearest town. So for myself, it's going to be Nottingham. You can also pick your county if you wish, but I'm just picking my town, Nottingham. Then you go to your categories. So this is the categories that you would like to be listed under. We've got our head categories such as bands, musicians, DJ, mobile disco, entertainers, or event service suppliers. So for myself, I'm a DJ, so I will be doing weddings and parties. So a wedding DJ and a party and event DJ. The next box is for what event types that I wish to cover. So I will pick charity event, bar mitzvah. I don't do children's parties, I'll do corporate events, and I'm going to do cruise ships. I don't think I'll do funerals. I do hotel, I do outdoor, and I will do private parties, forces events, school proms, hen and stag, and wedding and civil partnership. So these are the criteria that my Act will be found for. So if someone's searching for a wedding DJ for their wedding in Nottinghamshire, I should show up on the search results for that. The next box is my pricing options. This is where I list my pricing options. This would be your standard pricing without any travel or without any fluctuation. I will show you in the next few videos where you can set your price per date. So do these as your standard bog standard price options. So I'm going to put in here Keith with PA and equipment, and we're going to go put a description of what you're doing. So it's Keith, DJ Keith with full PA and lighting, and then put my price in there, 200, and then the duration of your Act. So I'm going to put in here that I play this here for 2 hours, 20 minutes. Then I can add some additional pricing options. So it's club DJ. My description of this will be DJ Keith using in-house equipment. And finally I could go full wedding DJ. And again, I can put in 240, so it's a 4-hour session. So you can sell this to your customer by typing it in here. So you'll see all my pricing options, and excuse my little typo. So these are my pricing options. Again, this is just for a little example. You can have as many pricing options as you wish, and they'll all be available for customers to book. And again, you can change these prices up or down depending on date. So for quiet dates, you can make them a little bit lower, and for busy dates that you know you're going to fill, such as New Year's Eve, where you want extra money, you can put that up just for that date only, and you do that on special prices per date. Finally, I'm going to add in my profile picture. So I'm going to skip the next few items and add in my profile picture, just to create my profile. And now I'm going to go down and hit create. The reason why I've skipped everything else, just in case the internet stops or anything happens, that your work will always be saved. So that's just uploading my profile picture, and I can go back into it again now to finish editing my profile. So the next item is the travel options, and this is where you set where you want your profile to be listed, in which counties, and which counties you'll travel to for free, and which counties you'll travel to for a fixed fee. We don't do price per miles here. To make it easier for both yourself and both the customer, we ask all of our acts to price up their travel based on each county. So if you are in Nottingham, your free travel county is Nottinghamshire, and I can also add in Leicestershire and Derbyshire. These are my free travel areas, but as a DJ I can travel a little bit further afield, so I'm going to push the plus button to add in another county or a group of counties. So say for example, I can also travel to Greater Manchester and Lincolnshire, and the price for that is going to be £40 extra. And I can add in some more counties if I wish. So I can go to Cambridgeshire for £50, and I can go West Midlands as well. Again, these are just for an example. So if a customer searches for me in Derbyshire, Leicestershire or Nottinghamshire, there's no travel added to it, but I will show up available. And if they search for me in Lincolnshire or Greater Manchester, there'll be £40 travel added to the price. So that covers my price and covers my fee to travel there. Next up, we have our setup for setup time, packing time, minimum days notice before event, and how far in advance do you take bookings. So this is basically how many minutes it takes for you to set up. So as an average, I always allow 60 minutes, just in case there's a big staircase or anything to get up, and to pack down again 60 minutes. You'll see here now, minimum days notice before event. This is for last minute bookings. So how many days notice do you need before you can take a booking? For me as a DJ, I can probably take around about 3 days notice. So if there is last minute bookings, I can take them on. For bigger bands with like 6 and 7 piece, where you have to organise depth musicians, maybe this could be 1 week or 2 weeks notice, because last minute bookings would be very hard for you. If you are a funeral musician, obviously you're going to take bookings at a very last minute notice, so you can put that down to 0 if you wish as well, at your own risk, because you will get bookings last minute if the customer needs you in a hurry. You can then add how far in advance that you take bookings. So it's set as a default for 3 years. You can change that to different options for how far in advance you're taking your bookings ahead. And then finally we've got our early setup price and our late pack-up price. So this is for if you have to go and set your PA up 4 or 5 hours beforehand, and usually event planners will do this and spring it upon you as a surprise. So you've got your gig booked in and suddenly they say you're not playing until 10 p.m. but they need you set up at 6 p.m. and you have to wait around, and some people expect you to do that for free, which I don't think is fair. So I've added this option into Book Entertainment to charge an hourly rate for waiting around. So for myself as a DJ, I'm going to charge £10 per hour for an early setup and £10 per hour for a late pack-up. A late pack-up could be when you finish your gig but you can't take your equipment down until the event has finished, so you have to wait around after your gig. So these options are all available for yourself. If you wish to charge, you can charge for your early setup and your late pack-up. After I've did this, I will just give it another little save for good measure and go back in and edit my profile again. We've already added our featured image, but we're going to add some images now for the gallery on Book Entertainment. So I can do this on my PC by holding Control and adding my images. And again, just to make things easy, we're going to save that as we go along and go back in again. You don't have to save all the time if you don't want to. I just do it for good measure. This section here is your video section, where you can add YouTube or Vimeo, and you can add as many videos as you wish. We just ask for your videos that you don't have any branding that would guide the customer to call you directly. We're doing our job to get the customers to you. Please respect our site and keep your branding off the videos. So I'm just going to go to YouTube here and put an example in. I'll just go DJ Frankie Wild from It's All Gone Pete Tong. So on your YouTube, right click, copy video URL and go back to the site and paste it in the video section. Again, you can add another video from Vimeo or YouTube by pushing the plus button on the video section. If you have got audio from SoundCloud, we have got a built-in SoundCloud player in your profile. So again, I'm going to go to SoundCloud just for an example, and I'm going to find something. For example, this guy is going to be famous. What we do is we find the set list or the mix or the sample audio. We click on the share button and we copy the code from the bottom and paste it into our audio section. Currently, this is just working with SoundCloud. We hope to add other players in the future, but for now, if you have SoundCloud, you can use that on Book Entertainment. The next section is your act introduction. So this will be an introduction to your act, and it's really easy to put this into bullet points just to make it nice and snappy for the customer. So this is a real example. This is all I'm doing. It's not the way you should do this, but just for purposes on the video, it's an example. So DJ with 10 years experience, full mobile disco setup. We also have lasers. You can put whatever you like in there, just a little bit about you. Well, pack your dance floor. Not as bad as what I've put that in, but you get what I mean. The next thing is what to expect. So this is just a little bit about your show or your service, what the customer can expect on the night. So expect to be mildly amused. Again, I would not put that in my profile, it's just for an example. The next thing then is your FAQ section. So how long does setup take? I know you filled this in already at the top. That was just for the computer's purpose. This is for the customer to see. So your setup takes usually 1 hour. What are your space and power requirements? I need 6 foot of floor space and 1 socket. I do not work with sound limiters. And finally, do you take requests? Of course. I can add more information here by pushing the plus button, and I can create as many different tabs on my profile as I wish. So if you're a band, you could put your set list. If you're any sort of act, you can put in some experience, some past customers that you've dealt with. You can also put in some testimonials here, not reviews. I will go to reviews in another video, but this is where you can put testimonials, anything really that will help the customer make a decision to book your act. So I can go song 1, song 2, song 3, etc., etc. The next section is the meta title, meta description, and meta keywords. If you don't write anything here, as you can see, it's auto generated, and if you want to do this, you can put it in yourself if you know what you're doing. This is basically for Google to pick up your profile on Book Entertainment. So for example, I have DJ Keith in Nottingham here because I'm a DJ in Nottingham. If I want, I can change that to DJs in Nottingham or whatever I would like. This would be the title, which is the blue text on Google. The meta description is a description then on your Google search, so it's automatically generated here. And I can put in create and this is fully editable. You can also type in your meta keywords, so we can go DJ Nottingham, wedding, DJ party, DJ Derby. All examples, just put a comma between your keywords and that will add them to your profile. The final thing that we give you is additional terms and conditions. So if you have got your own contracts, you can put your terms and conditions in this area, and the customer will have to agree to all the terms and conditions before making a booking. If you don't want to put them in here, you can add in that you will send a separate contract if you want to send a contract yourself. Once the customer has booked, you can do that with EchoSign or whatever software that you're using for that. But if you want to make it nice and simple, you can put your own terms and conditions, or in fact a writer if you are that showbiz that you need a writer. So I'm going to put in here 1 bag of M&M's full buffet privileges, if I could spell that right. Again, this is an example, I wouldn't actually put that in. So I'm going to click save now, and that is my profile saved. If this is your first time, your profile will not be published until you submit your identification documents and you set up everything else. If you are publishing a profile as an additional act and you've already been approved, it will be published live, but it will be reviewed by our team as well. So I'm a DJ in Nottingham. I'm going to go back to the site just to let you see the profile. And this is Book Entertainment Live now. We're going to go, I need a DJ, so wedding DJ for my wedding in Nottinghamshire. On this profile, I have not set my availability yet, but my availability will be showing live for every booking that I have. But at the moment, there's no availability on this, so every date is fully available. So I'll just set up a date. And as you see now, you can see my profile, DJ Keith, with my stars. You'll see the stars only at 1 at the moment. Just look through our guides there and look at the reviews guide where you can send reviews to past customers so that you can get your star rating up before you take bookings on Book Entertainment. You'll see my base price here in Nottinghamshire. If I wanted to change that to Greater Manchester, as I put my price up for there, we can search again, and you'll see now my £40 travel has been added to that. And when I click on view profile, you'll see now that I've got 3 options and all my pricing is up here. I can book it now, I can hold it, which will hold your act for the customer on Book Entertainment. Your act will show up, but there'll be a hold symbol beside it, and any other customers cannot book until the hold has been released after 24 hours. And there's the option to ask a question, so where questions can be asked then by the customer before they book you. And you can see the name, where you're at and what you do, the gallery images that have been uploaded. You can then see the video that you've put on from YouTube. You can then see your audio from SoundCloud. And then my short introduction is here. My what to expect is in this tab. My set list, which is my additional tab, has been added here, and I've got an FAQ under this tab. There's some buttons if the customer would like to share you on WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and then you'll see the pricing option, so the customer can change the pricing option. So if I'm going for a full wedding DJ, we'll see now that the pricing option has changed. Finally, at the bottom there is the review section, and I will show you in another video how to ask customers for reviews. I hope this has been useful for you. We're here to help you get on board and get the most out of your Book Entertainment account. If you're not sure of anything whatsoever, just head over to the help section and have a look at the documents on there. And if you can't find anything there, just submit a request using the help section and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. We're here to help you get bookings. We're here to help you get your profile working the way you want it. And we're here to help you do anything on Book Entertainment. Thanks for watching the video, and again, any questions, just ask us.